John Blanche Memorial Soccer Complex here in Temecula, California. It'll be the semifinals of the State Open Cup for 2008. It's going to be the Diamond Bar Walnut Valley Xtreme in the boys under 14 versus the Aztec Football Club United. Sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and we'll be right back with the starting lineups and the start of today's game. All right, let's get the lineup for the Diamond Bar Walnut Valley Xtreme. They're head coached by Barry Pryor. The keeper is Greg Montero. Number 2 at defender is Guillermo Olarte. Number 3 at midfield defender is Angel Jimenez. Number 4 at defender is Jorge Morales. Number 7 at midfield is Alex Shropshire. Number 8 at midfield is Samuel Lopez. Number 9 at midfield is Jason De Silva. Number 10 at forward is Gerardo Orozco. Number 11 at forward is Luis Beno. Number 13 at forward is Christian Garcia. 15 at defender is David Norato. 17 at forward or midfielder is Sebastian Aragon. Number 18 at defender is Eduardo Antunes. Number 20 at defender is Tommy Baker. And also Alexis Montiel is number 23. He's also backup keeper. Let's get the lineup for the Aztec Football Club United. And they are head coached by Jose Hector Diaz. And we're underway now as going from left to right is Diamond Bar Walnut Valley, the Xtreme. The Xtreme going from left to right, and from right to left is the Aztec Football Club. And the lineup for the Aztec Football Club, Brian Garcia is the keeper. Number 2 is Alvaro Lopez. Number 4 is Juan Hermosillo. Number 5 is Diego Valverde. Number 6 is Daniel Herrera. Number 7 is John Best. 8 is Paulo Macias. Number 9 is Jaime Diaz. Number 11 is Eric Rodriguez. Number 12 is Alan Flores. Number 15 is Oscar Isaac. Number 19 is Oscar Casillas. Number 23 is Alan Rodriguez. 26 is Max Diaz. And 99 is Victor Perez. And the ball is yellow. And the one with the geometric designs goes out of play. The Aztec FC going to throw it in to get it over in the back and deposited along the far side and knocked out by Dbwv, the Xtreme. Xtreme in their own defensive third, pushing it on up. John Best down to the near side, trying to chase it down for Aztecs FC. And a collision down to the near side. No call. Oscar Casillas hustling for the white and red. Aztecs FC. And the header there by Victor Perez. And now a strike there by Paulo Macias. Perez again. Switch it to the far side. A little bit too much pace for it that time for Jaime Diaz. And that ball is driven back in his own defensive half. And now it's Valverde having a lot of trouble, and it's taken away now. And that is Christian Garcia looking for his teammate in the central, and he just couldn't hold on to it long enough. Paulo Macias, and it'll be a corner kick. Goes past the goal line. It'll be a CK. First one of the game.
Yes, Memo. Stay wide here, though. Open it up and be ready. Yeah, there you go.
Brian Garcia, the keeper for the Aztecs FC. And a header out of the 6-yard box, but another one coming back to him, and he makes a save on his line. Brian Garcia drifting back. I believe that shot there was by Olarte. Guillermo, nice strike that time on a near side. Goes out of play. Again, you're watching the semifinal match of the State Open Cup for 2008. Greg Porter along with George Langevin on the camera. After 50-50 ball is brought down that time to Tommy Baker. Baker drives it over the defender, trying to get a runner onto it. They'd have another try to go! Go, 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 go! Luis Bueno! So Luis Bueno is able to run onto it after the keeper, Brian Garcia, made the save. He strikes it in the back of the net, and it's 1-0.
Keep it in front of us, Chanel.
And one of the parents running down with the flag. It said Chivas along the side. The great Mexican teams. And now again trying to get something going. So here it is, semifinal match.
Just keep it in front, Lewis. Just keep it in front.
Dbwv Xtreme. Diamond Bar Walnut Valley Xtreme taking the lead, 1-0. And a collision in the central, and that's going to work against Dbwv, the Xtreme. And it's going to be a free kick. Taking it is Victor Perez. The wonderful thing helping us out on our telecast is that the Aztec FC have the numbers on their shorts. This one, a service into the box, and a save is made by Greg Montero. It was deflected, so Montero didn't have to take the velocity as much, and he was able to make the save. To the far side, off to the wide, with Christian Garcia. It goes out of play, but it'll be a throw-in for the Xtreme. Xtreme leading 1-0 in this match. I believe it's a 35-minute halves. So 10-minute overtime if necessary, because again, we are in the semifinals. Probably about 7 or 8 minutes gone in the first half. And picking it up there on the run is Juan Hermosillo. Hermosillo now getting into Casillas. And then the pass is directed and blocked. But here's Victor Perez. Perez into the central now. He's got Valverde there into the box. And coming out is Montero. Montero slingshots it down to midfield for his teammate Bano, who scored the goal. And now he's got a teammate, and that is Aragon, and that one ends up into the hands of the keeper, Ryan Garcia, who drives it down. And here they go with some action here now. into Central now. Goes back the other way, Aragon. And he has Shropshire sending it down to the far side. And it goes out of play. The lastly touchdown by Aztecs FC. And this time it goes off the foot of the Xtreme now. And it'll be a throw-in for Aztecs FC. Victor Perez he's got a hold of it right now. Let's see if he throws it in. Not always the case. May give way. And he's going to throw it in. Intercepted though. Trying to keep the work there is Bano, and a foul. And do we have an early card? Or a warning? It's a card. It is a card, and Bano will draw that card. Still down as a youngster. And we'll take a timeout. 1-0, the Xtreme. All right, the youngster's going to come off the field, and let's see who they brought another player in. They're going to be number 5, Diego Valverde for the Aztecs FC. Victor Perez along the far side. Aztecs FC on the move. Oscar Casillas. There's a player on the Aztecs FC that's wearing number 22. We do not know his name. We will get that for you at halftime. Victor Perez on the near side, going to throw it in. Near side touchline with his team. Down 1-0. Intercepted that time by Christian Garcia. And struck again quickly by Bano. But that ball's going to go past the goal line. It'll be a goal kick. 1-0 your score on Bano's goal. Here at the John Blanche Memorial Soccer Complex. Center ref on top of things in this match. Trying to keep the players from being too aggressive on each other in this semifinal match. That's Paulo Macias into the box. And one of his teammates trying to make a bicycle kick. And that hurt on the back. But he couldn't get it in the field of play. He was trying to keep it in. And that player was Max Diaz. A nice effort, though. Oh, almost a dangerous, and it will go as a free kick. Dangerous play that time.
Face the ball, keep it in front of us now.
Victor Perez now with the free kick. Giving it over to number 22. We do not know his name, but he gives it out wide. And then it goes out of play off. That was Alvaro Lopez. And he's going to throw it in. As was knocked out by the Xtreme. Up in the air. And now Sebastian Aragon, but nobody to be able to receive it. Of the 50-50, and it's going to go the other direction as a foul against a player in white. Free kick. 1-0 service into the box, and a header right back to Brian Garcia. He's able to handle it.
All right. You want to pull the sweeper out.
Aztecs FC now. Going to get it going to midfield. And that time, Max Diaz along the near side, and it was driven out of play. It went. I thought it almost went over the fence that time, but it stayed in. Throw in, Oscar Casillas. Knock past the goal line. Paulo Macias now will have the CK, a set piece try. Into the box momentarily, trying to bring it down as Oscar Casillas. Casillas back to Paulo, who services it into the box, and coming out with it quickly is Samuel Lopez. Nice play there, the top of the box by Samuel Lopez. Midfielder working hard in that box. Knocked out that time by Alvaro Lopez. Alvaro trying to protect, keep that ball from getting behind him. And now the throw in by the Xtreme. Xtreme with a player in the corner trying to weave his way around two players, and they protect and knock it out of play. Sebastian Aragon. And so his little run will give way to a nice throw in into the defensive third of the Aztecs FC. Blocked. And on the near side, Max Diaz. Diaz on a run. Diaz under pressure. And that ball will be in the corner, though. He gets it over to his teammate, Casillas. Casillas on the challenge, and let's see what the call is. Let's see what we have here. As being able to save it, coming over there. Greg Montero, and Montero kind of took measure of the strike there, and he not feeling too good up around the head area. And the center ref not going to make a call as far as a foul is concerned. Came close, though. A couple of challenges there. And now they've got Aztecs Football Club got a player coming in, and that's going to be Eric Rodriguez. And Rodriguez coming in for Diego Valverde. So Diaz, as they like to shorten it, into the contest. Eric. And to the far side, a run, and that is Bano again. The save made by Brian Garcia. Nice save on the play. Luis Bano. A lot of pressure, and he's been creating that pressure. But Brian Garcia makes a nice save in order to keep it from being a 2-0 score. And it now will be a goal kick. Or will it be a corner kick? That's going to be a corner kick. Now knock past the goal line by the Aztecs FC. So the CK set piece. I believe that's Christian Garcia on the CK. Yeah, it is. Into the box, high. Can they bring it down? They do. Just over the top of the net. Just a little bit too high. Otherwise, Brian would not have been able to get a hold of that one, and it would have been 2-0. So they had a pretty good offensive sequence that time. Put a lot of pressure on the defenders of the Aztecs FC. And here's Victor Perez driving it, getting a good air on the ball. And he's got a teammate. There's only one in the deep back, and he has to race back. He's got a lot of pressure on him now. And with it is number 11. That's Eric Rodriguez, and it goes off. They were able to get back and produce the CK instead of a potential goal to tie it up. Oh, that was Jorge Morales, a fine defensive job back there. Into the box, a nice outswinger, and they can't get another player to touch it, but it comes on over. And Paulo Macias, who did the initial CK, not able to handle that ball swinging out to him, and he kicks it past the goal line. 1-0. Diamond Bar Walnut Valley Xtreme leading in his boys under 14 semi. Here's Greg Montero. Montero working over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, his teammates got it now. That's Paulo Macias. And his service didn't make it to his teammates in the box on the near side. And Xtreme lastly touched out. So the red and the white will be able to throw it in. Victor Perez going to go with Paulo Macias. Macias now gets it over to Hermosillo. Hermosillo has a teammate on the near side. That's Max Diaz. Diaz still striking the soccer ball. Diaz on it again. Diaz in the corner. And it's knocked out of play. Good defense that time by Tommy Baker coming over there to protect on the wide. On Max Diaz, who was trying to turn and get a service into the box. Angel Jimenez kicking it out. Jimenez, who can play midfield or defender, getting that out of play. Try to regroup again. The throw in. And it was not able to be handled that time by Max Diaz. And so now in the deep back, deep third, they throw it in. However, won that time by Eric Rodriguez, and down to Central for a shot. And he just could not get that one where he wanted to. Oscar Casillas with a try, and he just made it go awry. Of the net, Greg Montero.
Substitution white.
And we have substitutions coming in for the Aztecs Football Club United. Coming in is Daniel Herrera, going to replace Max Diaz. Give Max a breather. Off the header from Rodriguez. But it's won by the black and white. The Xtreme on the move. Christian Garcia. Garcia on the near side. He has Bano. Bano now. Back to Garcia. He's got a little space, but then it was closed. And it was an offsides call, and that's why.
He's back.
Victor Perez. In his own defensive third. Give it to number 22 again. And he's going to swing it out to the wide over to Alvaro Lopez. They switch it. And now back down to the central. And it got a runner now into the box. And coming out is Montero. Nice play by Greg Montero to come off his line and make the big play. Robbing an opportunity there for the Aztecs Football Club. 22, he's got it over to Perez as they work it from their own defensive half. They head man it up. That time to Oscar Isaac. They drop it back. There is Lopez. Lopez, as Isaac comes over there to try to make a play on the far side, was knocked out. And it'll be a throw-in. Paulo Macias throwing it in. As they're trying to work that offense from the far side, coming down the middle again is Eric Rodriguez. He takes a shot and just missed. Rodriguez, a blast. And he just couldn't get it underneath the crossbar. But he's been active in and around at the top of that 18-yard box or around outside of that box, coming down to central. And here he is again. Rodriguez. On the move, getting around a couple players, threading the needle, but they can't get it over to Paulo Macias as it was taken away. Nicely done by the Xtreme as they stiffen up again, and they cut him off this time. Cutting him off that time was Samuel Lopez. As trying to do it again that time was Rodriguez. And what do we got? We got a foul, and it's going to work. Yellow card going to work against Alvaro Lopez for the Aztecs Football Club. And he has to worry about another card. Can't be as physical in the future. Got to be in his mindset now as his other teammate has got a card. Arbano actually has got a card.
Over the ball.
So both teams have a yellow card issued in this semifinal match. And into the box, what a save by Brian Garcia. Garcia protecting the post and able to make that play. And we've got about 25 minutes gone so far. We got about 10 more minutes or so left in the first half. To the wide now, that's Naranjo, David Naranjo. Naranjo working that ball over to Christian Garcia. But it's taken away. Here's Paulo Macias weaving and turning. And it was blocked there by Angel Jimenez. On the near side of it. Goes out of play.
So, ref. David. Alex. Seb.
And it, all righty. Wholesale changes. And if you heard something happen with the audio there, it was because the ball hit our mic stand. Wholesale changes, and we will mention them as they touch that soccer ball. All right, Diamond Bar, Walnut Valley, the Xtreme, with it in attacking half of the field for them. Samuel Lopez can't hold on to that one. And Hermosillo trying to make a move and was taken away. A nice hustle by De Silva, Jason De Silva in his central. But he can't win it back. And it goes over to Herrera. Herrera headmans it up. Eric Rodriguez. Rodriguez now looking for teammate Isaac, but they take it away from him. And so Rodriguez will retreat back and get it. Still going to send a service into the box. Knocked away that time by Montero. He went up high, used his height that time to knock that ball away. Getting behind him. Or in the corner, Macias. They drop it off, but it is taken away now and going back up the field now. With the speed, a nice challenge that time by Casillas. However, they get it back. Paulo Macias, and then over to Bino for a long try. And coming out is Brian Garcia. Brian decided, I'm coming off my line for this one. I don't want to take a chance. Still 1-0. The black of the Xtreme leading the red and white, the all-white of the Aztec Football Club. That ball goes out of play, lastly off the foot of Macias. And it'll be a throw-in as we work our way toward halftime. Here in the semifinal State Open Cup 2008.
Set it down and play.
It's going to be a free kick in their own defensive half for the Xtreme. Tommy Baker will take it. And Baker going to go straight up the field, but he was looking for his teammate De Silva, but it didn't get there, but he gets it back off of the strike by the Aztecs, and now it goes back up the field. They got to retreat back. A service into the box. Rodriguez trying to get to it. He collides with a player, and they're both down for a moment. Rodriguez being real active and a collision up in the head area, and that's always dangerous. And it looks like it's going to be a CK. And the outswinger brought down by Hermosillo, and then struck again by Hermosillo. In the box still. Three players over there to the outside of the box. Hermosillo wins it off the challenge there, knocked out of play by Eduardo Antunes. And Antunes did a fine job of knocking it off the foot of Hermosillo. Antunes now will take the goal kick. Will measure satisfaction, but Rodriguez steals it off the intercept. Rodriguez still trying to get to it, but Antunes gets to it first. And then the challenge, and that's going to work against Rodriguez. On the near side, Oscar Casillas will throw it in as it was lastly kicked out by the black of the Xtreme. And they switch it to the other side. Oscar Isaac, other side of the field, over to Casillas. Casillas now with a challenge there. And it goes off to the Xtreme, and Xtreme back up the field now with their head manning it up along the far side to Alarde. Alarde still on it, but he loses control of it. 22 has it in his own defensive third, but he gives it right away to Christian Garcia, and Garcia took a blast and just missed it. "1-0 the score. In this semifinal match, we are just moments away from halftime. Substitution now for the Aztecs Football Club. And the substitution is now made for Max Diaz as Victor Perez strikes it from the goal kick. And Max Diaz on the near side is going to be a foul. And Max Diaz and they get it started right away. Wallo Macias and getting back into central to head it out, but they still have it to the Aztecs FC, and taking a shot there is Max Diaz, and he was not accurate on that one. So he gave up the big chance that time. And they're running out of time here in the first half to try to get in an equalizer, the Aztecs FC. A header that was not defended, and it goes behind him, and now that's Bano. But he loses it as Shropshire are able to get to it. And now it's over to Victor Perez, who drives it down the field. His long ball chased down by Eric Rodriguez. But getting to it first is Jorge Morales. Nice play by Jorge, even though he had a lot of pressure by Rodriguez. Back the other way. And it's Max Diaz. Diaz now with Victor Perez. Back to Diaz. Diaz trying to service it down toward the box. But it's won by the Xtreme, and they get it going back the other way for a counterattack. But now won by Best. Best gets him going, and it wasn't being able to be controlled by Hermosillo as it went out of play first. Lastly knocked out by the Xtreme. Casillo. That ball into the corner now, and it'll go out of play. And out Xtreme on the near side, and that ball is going to go over our heads. Of course, that just works in the favor of the Xtreme every time that ball goes out of play. And they have the 1-0 lead here in the semifinal match. Victor Perez now with it. Perez looking for a teammate. Who's going to control it? He throws it away now. The Xtreme, they have it. Perez is going to keep it in, but hold on. Look like there's a foul. Going to be a free kick. Free kick for the Xtreme, leading 1-0. The sun has come out here in the afternoon here at the John Blanche Memorial Soccer Complex here in Temecula, California. Just south of the Lake Elsinore area and north of all that San Diego County area here in the valley. And a whistle. And let's see whether it'll be a card or not. Center ref, he's been warning a lot of players. And he's trying to keep from issuing too many cards, but if they don't listen, those cards are going to start coming out maybe in the second half. And it's going to be a free kick.
One step up.
One yellow card's already been issued for a player on both teams. See who it's going to be here. Gerardo Roscoe. Is he going to strike it, or is it going to be Christian Garcia?
Eduardo. Go down.
Let's see which one it's going to be. It's going to be Garcia. He bends it in a little bit too high. A nice fake by Orozco, and Garcia, left-footed try, just had too much on it, and the wind played a little bit with it too. That wind going widthwise across the field. Still 1-0, the Xtreme lead, and it's going to be a substitution for the Aztecs. And the Aztecs coming in with another player was not on our card. We'll have to get that at halftime, number 58. And that dangerous, but not called by the center ref that time. On to the far side, and that one will be a foul. So the Xtreme now with a free kick. Trying to add on to their 1-0 lead. Wind takes over here in the afternoon, and players have to be mindful of that. That one's a header going to go past the goal line. And since it goes past the goal line, the opportunity for the Xtreme goes awry for now. Here's Victor Perez. And there's a double whistle, and that is the end of the first half of action. A very explosive first half of action for both teams. Both of them trying to get to the final. 1-0, the Xtreme lead so far after the first 35 minutes. Stick with us, and you'll see what the coaches are trying to tell their players. And we'll be back with the second half right after that. Well, going from right to left here in the second half of this semifinal match will be Dbwv, the Xtreme, Diamond Bar Walnut Valley Xtreme, and going from left to right is the Aztecs Football Club United from the San Diego area. Up here at the John Blanche Memorial Soccer Complex, State Open Cup for 2008, the 30th year of the State Open Cup, starting all the way back in 1978. That was the year I graduated. I was talking about a guy who's from the nearby area of Diamond Bar, Walnut Valley, who's had many soccer clubs, a guy named Clay Coyman, who went to school with myself, did his first night soccer game. We're underway. And in the deep back, we found out who number 22 is. He's actually number 23, and that's Alan Rodriguez. Number 58 is Alan Flores, who was written down as number 12. And the deep back, Olardi.
There we go. Now work, Chris.
And Eric Rodriguez now, and you're going to see him. He's closer to your picture this half for the Aztecs Football Club. Dropping it back to Paulo Macias. Service towards the box, but there won't be any problem there. Greg Montero. Alexis Montiel is the keeper now in his second half, as Montero could possibly be out in the field. On the run, Max Diaz. Max Diaz on the far side. And a challenge that time by Eduardo Antunes. And on the move again, here's Paulo Macias making a move and taking a shot, and that will go past Alexis Montiel. So a goal kick now for Dbwv, the Xtreme. And Xtreme off of Bano. Bano still trying to control it, and he does. Over to De Silva. Taken away now by Valverde. Diego dropping it back to his teammate Paulo Macias. And it's going to be a call. That was offsides call. Free kick now.
Hey! Open it up!
Tommy, open up!
And a center ref letting Eric Rodriguez not challenge forward because that ball had to be moved back to the correct spot. And now Rodriguez after it over there. Samuel Lopez. And it's going to be a free kick. Aztecs Football Club down 1-0 here in the second half. About 5 minutes gone so far, maybe or thereabouts. In the second half, into the corner. And covering well for each other. And let's see what we have here. Just a warning by the center ref. It's going to be a free kick Free kick for the Xtreme in their own defensive third, trying to get something going on the near side and trying to work up the field, but getting a lot of pressure into space, driving it and getting a nice flick on it from Dbwv. However, Best was there, taken away upfield. And one of the players for, and the whistle's finally blown. And that might be Angel Jimenez. And we'll stay here. Maybe Jimenez might be able to get up quickly. Center ref again doing a lot of warning here to start off the second half, and eventually he may decide not to warn anymore, and that will really begin to hurt if he doesn't. Players have to begin to heed the warning. The semifinal match, want to get to the final. Drop kick and driven all the way back to where Alan Rodriguez gets it. Rodriguez looking for a teammate. Remember, Rodriguez was the one we didn't know his name because the jersey he was wearing was a different one than what was written on the roster here. And going back up the field now, Max Diaz. Diaz now on the run. Diaz showing his speed. Diaz still on a soccer ball, and Diaz goes down with the foul on the Xtreme. Challenge a little bit too much that time. Will not draw a card. But they will have to retreat back toward their 18-yard box and protect. And try to protect this 1-0 lead. And the drive, nice service into the box, can't get a header. Tried to, beautiful service into the box, a 6-yard box there, and nearly, if they could have got a header, they might have scored. But that doesn't happen, and the Xtreme now back down the field on the counterattack, and it'll go out of play. It'll be a throw-in by the red and white. Alan Rodriguez, the throw-in. Rodriguez getting it over to Macias. Macias, a long ball try up to Eric Rodriguez, but he didn't get to him. So intercepted. Here's Dbwv. Dbwv trying to thread the needle. He didn't get it. Rodriguez on the run there, but he ran off the ball. Now out to the outside. A beautiful challenge that time. Knocked out of play by Eduardo Antunes. Trying to keep the rush from that far side, continuing on towards his own defensive half of the field. And substitutions for the Aztecs, or either a substitution, maybe a singular this time. Yeah, I believe it was 99, Victor Perez into the contest. There he is with the soccer ball. Perez driving it down the field, retreating back. That time was Tommy Baker. Baker now on a collision. Baker. And center ref says play on, but watch out. Coming up there was Orozco. And now retreating back on the near side, Casillas. And it goes over to Flores, who flicks it down the field. Or that was Rodriguez who flicked it down the field. Stolen away now. Morales, service into the box, and looking for Beno, and he almost tried an unbelievable play and got it into the net. He was on the run, and he just couldn't twist it to get it back inside that near post for him. So it'll be a corner kick. A nice run by Luis Beno, though. He nearly got a second goal of the game. Man, that would have been a very devastating one. 1-0 is still the score. On the near side, a set piece into the box. trying to bring it down. They can't. A lot of numbers there for the white and red, and they drive it out of their box. Up in the air, though, is Alarde. Trying to keep it from going down the field, but coming over to get some support there was Antunes. Eduardo. Going back there is Alan Rodriguez for the Aztecs FC. He brings it up.
Chase, make sure you're off of Sammy.
Off the 50-50 ball. That time it caroms over to De Silva, who pushes it back in the offensive attack. And now he had down to Central, Christian Garcia. Here's Beno looking at it. Just missed the opportunity that time. De Silva coming down the middle. Nice feed by Luis Beno, and he just could not connect that time with De Silva. That time he played the playmaker. And here he is trying to go forward that time was Christian Garcia, and we have another foul as De Silva trying to make a move. A lot of pressure now here in the last few minutes being put on the defenders for the white and red. They have to scramble around a lot, using a lot of energy. However, and it's going to be a foul and a yellow card for Tommy Baker. So Tommy Baker is going to draw a yellow. And now Beno and Baker have yellow cards. And it'll be a free kick. Victor Perez. He's going to give way to Paulo Macias. Macias will take the free kick. Let's see which direction he decides to go with it. Will he swing it toward the central, or will he swing it outwardly? He swings it right down the middle, and aside that time by Montero as he gets up in the air. Good, accurate shot that time. Or correction on that, Alexis Montiel. Montero sitting on the bench. Montiel doing what Montero did in the first half, make good saves for his ball club. And he definitely had to do it that time. Don't have a switching of keepers too often in a club soccer range, but it happens every once in a while. And if you can get a good secondary backup keeper, then that really can help you out. Because they basically only have to play a half and be strong. As that ball goes past the goal line, substitutions for Diamond Bar, Walnut Valley, Xtreme. They're going to get some fresh players in.
You okay, Tom?
And about 20 minutes left in the game. Two players coming in for the Xtreme.
David, match up on 19. Match up on 19.
David Norato's into the contest. And I believe it was Guillermo Alarde. Memo Alarde is in the contest. But either way, if we didn't get the right names, we will mention them as they touch that soccer ball. 1-0 your score, the Xtreme leading here in the semifinal. Winner going to the final of the State Open Cup 2008. And I tell you what, it's a lot of soccer has to be played in order to make it to the final. Going to be a throw-in now. The Xtreme on the near side in his boys under 14 match. Luis Beno weaving his way, and Beno switches it to the far side. He's got his teammate over there, and that happens to be Eduardo Antunes. Man, do we have a CK, or is it going to be a throw-in? Going to be a throw-in. Antunes going to throw it in again. Blocked out quickly there by Max Diaz. Past the far side touchline, are going to be another throw in for the white and black. Over closer there to the post. Intercepted. And only 3 in the defensive half of the field, and one of them decides to come up and make the play. David Norado. And a foul. And that one will go against Orozco, Gerardo. A little bit too much that time. Victor Perez now. Perez, he is the playmaking type. Getting it over to Alvaro Lopez. And now they have a player in the box now. He cuts it back. And it's Isaac off of Rodriguez, and cannot do anything with it that time. Was Alan Rodriguez. He was in a position to, but he rushed himself too much. But he had a lot of traffic around him, and that also gets you. Sebastian Aragon into the contest. Goal kick. Driving it down the field. And a foul is going to work against
Eduardo, face the ball.
the Extreme. Victor Perez.
Lewis, you should be off the ball there.
Be professional, Black, professional.
Victor Perez, service into the box, and that ball had too much pace on it, and it will roll past the goal line. Victor Perez had the right idea, but too much pace on it for his teammate in the box. And now Alexis Montiel gives way to Tommy Baker for the goal kick.
Up and in, David.
Baker
Come on, up and in.
with a goal kick, driving it down to Central. And there's Alan Rodriguez. And it's taken away, sent back up the field. Luis Beno coming out as a keeper, and he's able to pounce on it. Brian Garcia coming off his line, making a good decision that time.
Step inside of 15, buddy.
Driving it down the field. Victor Perez can't get to it. Alan Rodriguez, Perez marking to the far side, and he will draw it. Using a little physical activity, not called on a foul. A smart play, rather, by Victor Perez. However, his teammates have to retreat back on a shot. It turns out to be a cross in the box. And now with it is Max Diaz. Diaz on the run. Diaz on a run from the back. Diaz, and he gets it to the Central now. But can he get to it first? And that is Casillas. He does. And then it will be a foul working against Casillas. And it'll be a free kick. They get it started quickly to Baker. Baker near the box. Rodriguez comes in. And now it's on the foot of Isaac. Oscar Isaac. Oscar working it over to Casillas. Back to Isaac. Give and go. Down to Central for Rodriguez. And then back over to Max Diaz. Diaz now on the ball. Wins it back. Tries to win it again. And he's going to get called for a foul, Max Diaz. Or no, it's called the other way. And now Diaz and company very close to the net, just right outside the box. So they'll set up a wall with the Extreme. With about 15 minutes or thereabouts left to go in the game. The semifinal game of the State Open Cup 2008. Victor Perez. Who is he going to look for? Is it Rodriguez? Eric Rodriguez inside the central of the box. He's had opportunities in this game. Will he try short side? Oscar Isaac is in there. Valverde is down the throat in the 6-yard box. And it goes straight down. It's Montiel, but just on the side that time. Casillas nearly put it in after Montiel made the save. Still 1-0, the Xtreme. Sent all the way down. Over to Rodriguez. Here he is, a service on a long ball, trying to get it in the box, but it's intercepted. Nicely done. Standing tall outside the box. And they now have to retreat back. Memo Alarde. And he gets support that time by Samuel Lopez. Up to Alan Rodriguez. Rodriguez down to central. He's looking for a teammate in the box. And Eric Rodriguez couldn't get to it. He'll go back the other way. Here's Christian Garcia. Garcia going to work out to the wide to Luis Beno, and it's an offsides call. Beno offsides that time. A little bit early on his attempt to receive that pass. Ball driven by Samuel Lopez. I'll take that back, my Paulo Macias. Macias to Rodriguez. Chasing after Diego Valverde, but he doesn't get to it. Getting to it first is Christian Garcia. Alvaro Lopez sending it up forward, head manning with an early ball over to Eric Rodriguez, and Rodriguez marked heavily on the near side. It goes out of play, and it is going to be off of Rodriguez's foot. Pressured too much that time. Good defense in their own half of the field. The Xtreme now down to central. To the outside. Johnny Best. Best on the run. Best drops it off. Has support, and it's over to Victor Perez, who sends a service toward the box. And now it's over to Casillas. Casillas weaves it back over to his teammate, and then Casillas gets it back at a block by Tommy Baker. Baker gets in the way that time in the box, saving a potential try for a goal. And again, the Xtreme showing they have to play defense at crucial times, and they're able to do it. And that's why they're holding on to the 1-0 lead. Hope you're enjoying all the action. Greg Porter for Georgia Land Video Sports Productions here at the John Blanche Memorial Soccer Complex in Temecula, California. Ball goes out of play past the goal line, and it's going to be a goal kick, and Baker's going to take it for Alex Montiel. Probably inside the 10-minute mark now, and it gets frantic time. To the near side, and just a little bit too much of an early ball for Christian Garcia. Up over the back that time, and it's going to be a free kick. Wallo Macias, which way will he go? He's going to drive it straight at the keeper, Alexis Montiel. The header, and Montiel able to get it after the header. Nice try, though, that time by Oscar Casillas, who tried to head it backwards to the net. Just couldn't quite do enough of it. Victor Perez. Perez's pass is intercepted now. Here go the Xtreme, trying to put pressure. Retreat them back, and they've got plenty of time with open space here, but intercepted. Cutting him off is Isaac. And Isaac, the early ball out to Alan Rodriguez. Rodriguez will take a shot, and he misses. But Baker was on his foot there, and he couldn't get the kind of shot he wanted. Nice run, though, by Alan Rodriguez. And a good defensive play by Tommy Baker. That's why these two teams are in the semifinals here. With about 8 minutes or so left to go in the game. Throwing it in, as I mentioned, frantic time. Victor Perez Who's got enough left? Blocked. They will not have the final today. The final will be played tomorrow. So they will have rest for the championship game. But who has enough today to make it happen? Oscar Isaac. Only goal in this match, Luis Beno on a beautiful play off the rebound of the keeper Montero, or Brian Garcia, and in the back of the net.
Hey, Tommy, make sure you're careful in that box, okay? No PKs.
Montero getting his main mention here in the second half. Quite a bit. All right, after they throw it in. And that ball kicked out of play. And there it is. There's that guy again, Montero, knocking it out. Protecting himself that time. They're going to be a throw-in. Alvaro Lopez. Lopez, which direction is he going to go? He wants to go the direction where they need to go to try to get the equalizer. But there's a lot of traffic there and a lot of defenders in the space. And they still have it. And they push it up the field. Alvaro Lopez now will throw it in. And he has Casillas, who protects the soccer ball and drops it back for Lopez. But swiping it back after he couldn't get it initially. Here's Hermosillo. Hermosillo weaving his way to his teammate, and now a shot up in the air. Alan Rodriguez can't get to it. But they try it again, and this time Victor Perez too much on the ball. Alan Rodriguez would have loved to have been able to control the ball there, but he could not. The defensive pressure has been in and around their own half of the field, their own defensive third. The Aztecs Football Club trying everything they can to try to find the space, the time, but they're not given a lot of time here. Sebastian Aragon knocks it out of play. And that precious time is running out for the white and the red. Now it goes over to Diego Valverde. Pass, and there's Alan Rodriguez, and he doesn't quite get it. It's a beautiful defensive play. They stand tall at the top of the box, and they get it out. Only two in the deep back now, and they've won the soccer ball. Here they go with Garcia, and getting back was Paulo Macias. And beautiful defensive play. However, still in the attacking third. And they give it away, though, to Victor Perez. And Perez down the far side, and a whistle. And the player is down, and we will take a break. It's 1-0 the Xtreme over the Aztecs Football Club United. Okay, back to live action. It looks like it's going to be a drop kick in the defensive half of the Aztecs Football Club in that San Diego area. Diamond Bar, Walnut Valley, the Xtreme leading 1-0 here in this semifinal match. Here's Alan Rodriguez making a move, being marked heavily and knocked out of play that time by Eduardo Antonez. Good defensive play that time. Here they go again. They play on into the box now. Over to Hermosillo. He's got his teammate who tries to get it now, brought down by Valverde. And they just couldn't get another strike on it that time. And it goes out of play. Again, the defenders frantically doing a job. Jimenez. Memo Alarde,
Good job, sir.
Morales, midfielders helping out for the Xtreme. And that is exactly the kind of pressure they've been putting on the offensive attackers for the Aztec Football Club.
Drop off of him, Tommy.
And just a few minutes left to go in this game. every time it goes out. It's an advantage for the Xtreme. And a call now. And a yellow card will go against the Aztecs Football Club. I believe Hermosillo got that one. That is a first card for Hermosillo. And that is the second one for the Aztecs Football Club in this game. Jimenez. Any score right now for the white and black will definitely be the victor. Well, they've got the victor in their pocket right now, but if they score another one, they're ticketed to go to the final. It's just been too tightly contested of a match for the Aztecs Football Club to come back 2 goals down. Out to the far side with Johnny Best. Best could not control it. Still on the soccer ball, using time. Smart play by the Xtreme. They're not in a hurry. They lead 1-0.
Everybody, come on, guys.
They can play the defensive side of the ball, their own half of the field. They don't have to put a lot of offensive pressure now. The clock is in their favor, and so is the scorecard. Retreating back, Johnny Best. Best going to give it away for plenty of time for Eduardo Antunes. And cut off by Aragon. Up in the air. They can control the soccer ball. And frantically running around is Casillas and company. And they don't have it. So who has it? It's Bano. And Bano will take his time. Shoot it over to the 18-yard box. But it's gotten out of there by the white and red. And now they go up the field, but they don't win it, though. Here's Morales. Finally, they win it. And they try to go down to Central, but they lose it again. And again, the Xtreme, plenty of time. Kept in, a beautiful play that time by Casillas. He's still hustling. He says it's not over with yet. And plenty of time for Bano now as he tried to thread a pass to Christian Garcia. And going down that time, and we will take a break. It is 1-0 the Xtreme with just minutes left to go in his semifinal match. Maybe a minute, minute and a half. Center ref will be looking at his watch soon. We're going to use another ball. And it's a goal kick, and they're going to drive it as far as they can. But coming over there defensively is Juan Hermosillo. And he gets it over to Bano, and he drives it all the way down towards the keeper, Garcia. And Garcia now will drive it downfield, but he can't find anybody. Rodriguez now, and they weave there with Casillas. Casillas, and maybe their last great chance right here now. Here's Max Diaz, and it's over the net. Little bit too high. Baker and company, not in a hurry here. Will take all the allotted time before they strike it.
Squeeze in. Get under it.
Don't want to get it intercepted. And let's see what we have here. He might have stopped the clock there. And he's going to have him try it again. And down into injury time. If we could see a clock, that's the way it would be. And trying to get it. There's two in a deep back, and they make a great play at the last moment to get it out of danger. Cross midfield, trying to get a player to run onto it. And a foul. Johnny Best will get it going. They don't have a lot of time to fool around. Pualo Macias all the way into the box, and there goes Baker up high to knock it away. Beautiful play, and that time that was a huge play. Alvaro Lopez getting it up to Hermosillo. Can't get it to Rodriguez. It's drawn back to Alvaro. Alvaro now is going to bring it up himself. Alvaro can't get it over to his teammate. It's coming up is Angel Jimenez, knocking it down the field. Pualo Macias, and now the header they dismiss. Oh, try that time by Casillas. Oh, he just missed tying the game. Getting it up high and hitting the crossbar. That was a quick play, and there was number 19, Oscar Garcias, and he just missed tying the game. And it might be their greatest last chance. Can't say they didn't have them in a semifinal match, because they did, but it just hasn't gone their way. And here it is, Casillas again, still hustling, and a whistle. And let's see who's going against. Obviously the Xtreme playing with the injury time and getting very careful here, trying to make sure they don't get another quality chance like that, because if so, they may put it in the back of the net. On the bending ball, he's up in the air, and it goes over the top of the crossbar. The white and red giving it all they got in this semifinal game. And they just have not been able to put it in the back of the net. But a lot of defenders have played greatly to keep that from happening. Got to have a little luck, though, and they've had some of that, too. Have the Xtreme and a foul. And that will really work against the Aztecs Football Club, because now that time and the opportunity to drive it downfield is going to really hurt. We're in injury time, there's no doubt about that. And we'll take a break. It's 1-0. The Xtreme leading with moments left in his semifinal state Open Cup match. And Jason De Silva is going to come in for the injured player for the Xtreme. And when he turns around, we'll have his name. The injured player coming off. Probably about four minutes of injury time that will be recorded in this match. As De Silva comes in, and Samuel Lopez comes off. He was injured on that play. But the good part is they don't have to play anymore the rest of the day. They'll be able to play the championship game tomorrow. You rest up, put ice on it. Come back tomorrow to try to win the whole thing, the tournament, the hardware, the name on the trophy. And De Silva trying to get it and get it down to central. Eric Rodriguez going to work it outside to Casillas, who had that great play and missed on a crossbar. And it goes out of play. And he is hustling to try to keep it going. Over to Eric Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to make a play, and he won't be able to make it, as it is knocked out by the Xtreme. Alvaro Lopez now will throw it in. Can't waste a lot of time here. Deflect toward the 18-yard box, and they can't get a player to run onto it, and they'll have to retreat back as Beno now. And Beno will try to show his speed, but getting back there was Pualo Macias. Macias keeping a chance open that time, because if Beno gets around him, it's surely a big chance to end the game. As I mentioned before, another goal would surely end it. It wouldn't be a sudden death scenario, but it would be over for all intents and purposes. Alan Rodriguez knocking it out.
Watch if Jorge was a girl.
Johnny Best will throw it in. They're looking for some sort of good play to work. Problem is, they've been marked heavily in this game. Down at Central, trying to go there to Rodriguez, but Baker was there. Baker's made a number of good plays in this game. So has his teammates, and they've had to because the pressure's been on them. De Silva staying with the player that time, and he wins a measure of satisfaction that time. And there is the double whistle. As winning the semifinal match in the State Open Cup, the Diamond Bar Walnut Valley Xtreme won the hustling and trying but not making it to the championship game. Aztecs Football Club United 0. We hope you've enjoyed all this action in this boys under 14 match. Congratulate the Aztecs Football Club United from San Diego making it to the semifinal game and just falling short. And we wish the best in the championship for the Diamond Bar Walnut Valley Xtreme as they move on to the championship match for 2008. I'm Greg Porter for George Landerman Video Sports Productions saying, stick with us. We'll have some comments for those who participated and hustled in this game in just a moment. Greg Porter back here with the Diamond Bar Walnut Valley Xtreme, who won 1-0, and you are?
Jorge Morales.
Jorge, talk a little bit about just how much of a struggle it was to get to the finals now that you're there.
Oh, it was hard. Right now, the semifinal game, as you guys saw, we weren't controlling. We were just kicking it up, and we didn't have any control.
You guys just continue to keep the pressure on them whenever they were inside your defensive half. You wouldn't give them any time.
No, we wouldn't. We wanted to win. We wanted to get to the finals.
It's going to be this type of a match, though, in the final, right? Yes. And so you got to rest up tonight, and you got to eat the Wheaties tomorrow and be ready to go, right?
Yes.
How long you been playing on this team?
Since under 12, like about 2 years.
Okay. Is this the first time you've ever made it to a final in the tournament, or have you made it to some other finals?
We made it to some other finals, but this is the big tournament, the State Cup, you know.
So this is the biggest tournament
The biggest tournament that we made it to the finals.
All right. You guys have matured big time. Well, good luck. Good luck tomorrow. And anything else you want to talk about with your teammates that they may have to think about for tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. If we win, we're going to Six Flags.
Okay.
So, yeah. And we got to play hard so we can show that other teams that we're the best in the best, you know?
Okay. Sounds good. Let me talk to your teammate. I'm going to give you the microphone. Tell us who you are and a little bit about your struggle in getting to the championship.
My name is Samuel Lopez. We did pretty good, but the struggle was that we didn't complete passes that much. We were like bombing them up the field, but we did pretty good.
Okay.
That's why we got the we're going to the finals, yeah.
Okay. Who do you look for? Is it going to be a hard team? You know the team you're going to be playing?
No, not yet.
Attack Boys 93, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll be ready though. We're gonna win it all.
Okay, gonna eat the Wheaties or do whatever it takes to be ready for the
Yes, we will. Yeah.
Okay. Anything you guys would, talk about in school or anything you would like to talk about, tell us about?
Oh,
His girlfriend.
That's good.
that's about it.
Okay, that's good. You're looking forward to Six Flags, right?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Okay, what position you play?
Midfield.
Okay, and what position you
Defensive
play?
mid.
I play defender.
Defender, all right. Key positions for tomorrow.
Yes.
One last shout out for anybody watching this videotape.
Oh, to my parents and everybody, my sisters,
Okay,
my brothers, and my whole family.
all right. One last shout out.
And to my mom and to my coach and my teammates and my family.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you very much. Good luck, you guys, in the future in the championship game. Greg Porter back here with some more of the Xtreme. And tell us who you are.
My name is Alex Shropshire. I've been on this team for 3 years. We've been waiting a long time to get here. We've fought our hardest. Great performances by the whole team, and can't wait for the finals tomorrow.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say about the journey getting here that you'll never forget? Was it this particular game or any game that maybe you went into overtime or really had to fight hard for?
Last weekend we had 3 games. I scored the winner on 2 of them, and the third one, it was probably the toughest team that we played so far. Today was a tough match, and we just pulled through. And I'd like to thank my coach, my parents, and my teammates.
Okay. Hand it to your teammate there. And you are?
My name is Sebastian Aragon. I'm number 17. I play midfield and forward. And I've been on this team for 3 years. And yeah, just like Alex said, we've been waiting forever to make it to State Cup. And it's like an honor to be in the finals.
Well said. Unfortunately, you drew a little bit of action there on your leg. Talk a little bit about it.
Well, at the end of the game, the number 4 kid just like turned around and kicked me.
So that was what the problem was about actually when you went over to kind of like talk to them and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach kind of had to let them know, don't do that again. Okay, well, I don't think you have to worry about that tomorrow. Like you said, it's going to be an honor. Both teams are going to be there tomorrow, and just play as hard as you can and see what happens.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to carry the hardware home, right? Okay. Alrighty. Anything lastly you'd like to give a shout out for before you give it back
to my teammate, to the coach for helping us out to get here, and to my parents. Thank you.
And a shout out?
I'd like to thank Coach Barry for bringing us 3 years finally to this point, Coach Brent for training us while Barry was out, and Luis for scoring the goal today, and that's about it.
Well spoken, a couple of gentlemen right here for the club, the Xtreme. The State Cup anniversary, the 30th year, boy. It was action that was very infantile back in 1978, but as you can see now in the boys under 14, it's highly advanced now, and a lot of kids have put their heart out there and leaving it out on the field, and here's a couple more guys from the Xtreme that have done just that, and you are?
Eduardo Antunes.
Okay, Eduardo, talk about just what you expect in the championship game. Is it going to be similar to this? What are you guys going to have to do to come out with the hardware?
Well, we're gonna have to play better than we did right now.
Okay.
We've been playing better than right now. We just got our hopes down. We got panicked. We panicked.
Okay.
We panicked that they were on us, and we have to play better than how we did right now.
Okay.
If we do, we have a possibility of winning the championship.
Okay, well, definitely your pressure on them in and around your defensive half really made it tough for them to try to win the game. And maybe that last cross was the one that he rushed, and that was it.
Yeah, they could have scored on us, but luckily it hit the post.
You guys were around like busy bees swarming on a honey with those guys in this match, and that's probably the reason why you guys come out with a 1-0 victory. Okay, anything else you'd like to talk about that's led you to this journey, about your coaches, about just, everything you guys have done?
Nothing. We've been playing good, that's all.
All right, okay. All right, let me talk to your teammate. Tell us who you are.
I'm Tommy Baker.
Okay. Go ahead, talk a little bit about this tournament and the experience of getting here.
Well, it's been a great tournament. I mean, I really want to win it, and I think our teammates want to win it, so, yeah.
Okay. Talk about just being a defender back there, some of the plays you've had to make to keep this thing alive.
Well, we just need to play our game and keep our cool, and we'll win the championship.
All right. When you say keep your cool, they get too aggressive, it's going to work against them, right?
Yeah, well, sometimes we just panic, and
Yeah.
as you saw second half, that's what happens when we panic.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right, well, it wasn't a panic enough to give up that goal. You know, they were the ones that didn't seem to have enough time to try to get that goal. The panic was more on their side than yours.
Yeah.
At least that's the way it showed.
Yeah.
Okay. Want to say a shout out for your family or anybody watching this?
I want to thank the parents, the coaches, Coach Barry and Brent, and all of my teammates, and all the other teams out here.
Okay, great, well spoken. And last shout out?
I'd like to give a shout out to my parents for paying for the club that I'm in, and my coach Barry and Coach Ben for working us as hard as we ever did. Well, that's all.
And that's why you guys are so fit and you're ready to go for the championship match. Thank you, guys. Greg Porter back here with some more Diamond Bar, Walnut Valley Xtreme, and they were extreme today. We got a couple of keepers here. The keeper in the second half, talk about that one play where he was all alone and he missed it on the crossbar.
Oh, that was very, very dangerous.
Did your heart jump a little bit?
Yes, I was all by myself. I thought it was going in.
Oh, man. Well, you know, I guess you did like before you started in the second half, like those goalies did, you know, with their stick and they touch both posts, you know, kiss the post or whatever, you know, because they need them sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You, like the gentleman to your right, played great keeping, and talk a little bit about what has helped you guys maintain your focus as keeper, because it's probably the toughest job out there on the field. And what keeps you being able to play as well as you guys did today?
Well, goalie practices Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday, goalie practice, and it's just that's it. It's
just a lot of agility and a lot of keeping the focus. What is the one thing they tell you with the shooter? What is the thing that you always have to remember?
Just their hips. Make sure wherever their hips, that's where pretty much where the ball's gonna go at, and that's. Yeah.
Okay. You guys did a great job of clearing your teammates out of the way so you can see it, because the keeper, he's got to be able to see it. If he can't see it, it's going to be difficult, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. One last thing you'd like to say to your teammates, you know, about this experience getting here?
Just looking forward to the final.
Okay. Let me give it over here to the first half keeper, and you are?
Greg Monter.
Okay. Greg accidentally mentioned you a few times in the second half, but obviously you set the tone. Talk about setting the tone today for your teammate.
I just like to motivate everybody. You know, they're my mijas.
Okay. All right. And talk about, you know, the type of thing that you try to do in setting the tone whenever you're not going to be the keeper for the whole game, or even in your own mindset. What do you try to convey out there to your teammates to make them relax and you know, keep those guys from hitting the shots in the back of the net?
I just tell them stay calm, keep their mouth shut, you know, and just work hard.
Work hard and help each other out.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Anything you're looking forward to tomorrow? I mean, it's an honor to be in there. It's one of those games that, you know, it's just one game. It could go either way, but it could be a long game. How do you How do you think about tomorrow?
Well, we just have to go out, work hard, just play the way we play, just get a goal and walk away with the trophy.
All right. And you guys are ready in case it happens to be an overtime game or in case it happens to be a shootout? You guys are ready?
Yes, we're ready. We already got our shooters. We don't know who's going to be a keeper, though.
We'll decide. Decide by the coach. All right.
Yeah.
But either way, if you'll answer the call if you get called on, right?
Yes.
All right. Any last shout out?
I want to say good work by my teammates. Everybody worked hard.
All right.
I just want to thank the parents and the players. Just played very well, and my parents especially for coming out here and supporting me.
All right. Well, thank you very much, guys, and good luck in the championship. Greg Porter back here with some more Dbwv Xtreme. And you are?
I am Gerardo Roscoe.
Okay. Talk about your league. You know, most of the other players haven't, talked about that because I didn't really ask them about it, but I like to do that towards the end. Talk about your league, how tough it was just to win your league and get into this thing.
Well, our league wasn't easy. It was tough. We had many opportunities. Well, we have accomplished what we wanted, which is league, and now we're looking forward to winning State Cup.
You guys have a place where if you win State Cup where you can put the trophy at?
Well, I would like to say my room, but I'm not sure.
Well, you definitely have some adjoining hardware that you get to medals and things like that you get to wear, so that gets to go in your room, right?
Yes, that does.
Okay, talk a little bit about your teammates and how much fun it's been to get to this point.
Well, my teammates are very cool. They're very inspirational. They don't give up, and we all work together as a group. No one does an individual thing.
Okay.
And
that helps a lot, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Keeps us motivated and stuff. Doing what we like to do and what we do best.
And there you go. I'll add the education in there too. I think you probably do that best too. All right, and you are?
I'm Jason Da Silva.
Talk a little bit about getting to the championship game, the journey getting it.
Well, our team first started 3 years ago, and we weren't as well organized as we are now, but throughout those 3 years we've worked hard and accomplished a lot of things, getting us to the final in the State Cup.
Is there anything that you're going to remember out of this tournament? Even though now it's only got 1 day, but the things that you'll take with you? Win or lose tomorrow?
Just getting to the final, it's just a big accomplishment, especially for our team. And since last year, we didn't get as far in State Cup as this year.
Okay.
So this is a great accomplishment for us.
So you can springboard from that, win or lose tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we're hoping to win tomorrow. We have the mental mentality to win tomorrow. So we're just hoping to play and get the win.
Hope it's your day. Shout out. Give a shout out.
It's my mom, Coach Brent and Coach Barry being there for us.
Okay.
I'd like to give a shout out to our coaches. They are very hard-working coaches. My teammates who never give up, and the parents for supporting us and bringing us to all these tournaments.
All right, guys, nice job, and good luck tomorrow in the championship and your future endeavors. Good luck, guys. Greg Porter back here with two players who are going to the championship game tomorrow from the Xtreme, and you are?
My name is David Norato. I'm a defender, left back. It was a pretty good game. Yeah, 1-0, but as we made it to the finals.
Okay, what do you look forward to in the finals? You think your teammates are going to go ahead and rise to the occasion?
Yeah, my teammates are going to work hard, so I am. Yeah.
All right, so that's going to spur you too.
Yeah.
Well, we hope to be there for you guys tomorrow. If not, we wish you guys the best of success and stuff. And just being a finalist is about the highest honor you can get other than winning the championship, right?
Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Okay, and you are?
My name's Angel Jimenez.
Okay.
I'm happy to be in the finals tomorrow. We played hard today. Very intense game. Frisky team. I'm proud of my teammates, my coaches. That's all I have to say.
Okay, one last shout out.
I want to thank my coaches, my parents for being there for me.
All right.
I'd like to give a shout out to my family, my mom, who has been there for me, and my frisky teammates right there. And the coaches.
All right, guys. Well, great job, and good luck in the championship game tomorrow and in your future endeavors, guys. Greg Porter back here with some more Xtreme players, and again, this is one of those days where the sunshine came out and it was shining on you guys today. Who are you?
I'm Christian Garcia. I'm a striker. I gave an assist to my friend right here, Luis.
Talk a little bit about just the offensive pressure that you guys might have to come up with tomorrow in order to get, that hardware.
We have to look for mistakes their defense make. We have to. I need to put through balls a lot for this guy. Yeah, because he's fast.
Okay. And that's obviously a thing that you've done up to this point to be successful, right?
Yeah.
So basically what you're saying is you just got to do what you've been doing to get here, and maybe just be a little bit more smart about maybe tomorrow on how you play it based on what they're giving you, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let me talk to your teammate here. And you are?
My name is Luis Baños, and I'm the one that scored the winning goal of the match. My friend here gave me the assist.
Yeah.
And I took advantage of that.
Okay.
The other goal of the match.
Is there anything tomorrow that, whether you've seen this team or not, that you might have to think about? Because sometimes the games go into overtime, sometimes it goes into a shootout. What do you got to think about?
Well, we got to learn from our mistakes, to talk about it first thing, tomorrow, and we got to move the ball quicker and play harder.
Okay, it's only one game, so it makes it easier because you don't have to worry about no more games. You just concentrate on one game.
So yeah, we got to play the way we face, not get carried away by thinking that the team is going to be easy, because they may look easy, but then when you play them, they come out strong too.
You guys have only lost one game and tied one game prior to coming into this tournament. I think you'd only given up 4 goals in the tournament, or in the league play, something like that. And just a great record to get in here. So you guys just come through when you need to, right?
Yeah, right.
One last shout out you'd like to give your parents, or when you watch this videotape yourself?
Well, I like to thank my parents for supporting me in this and taking me to practice, bringing me to the games.
Yeah.
Even though I play good or bad, they always support me.
They always love you anyway. Much luck, right?
I give a shout out to my dad and mom that are at home. And then we're gonna go to Six Flags.
Yeah. All right. Well, good job, guys, and good luck tomorrow for both of you and the rest of your teammates in that championship game and in the future. Back here with the Diamond Bar Walnut Valley Xtreme, kind of live near an area where my parents live, and here with the head coach, and as you can see, the team members behind him, or the team manager, sorry about that, and you are?
My name is Jorge Aragon, and I'm the team administrator for this wonderful and experienced team.
Okay. Talk a little bit about how much of a pleasure it's been this year.
This year was an excellent season for us. We finished champions in our bracket, but what's most important, I believe, is the work these guys they're been putting all together. We've been working with this team for about 3 years, and the results are showing up now. And I'm doing this in representation for my coach. I just want to thank Barry for all the job he's been doing for us, and thanks to the kids, parents, and everybody for all their time, everything that the parents have been doing for this team.
Well, you know, the beautiful part about this is tomorrow, each one of your players are going to get something to take home. And not just memories, but they're going to actually get something that they can wear and take home. Isn't that great?
That's wonderful. It's a dream right now. It's a dream for me. I've been nervous all this week. I've been trying to sleep well. Yeah. I've been trying to do a lot of things. These kids have been doing a great job. Excellent job. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the parents. I'm proud of my coach. I'm proud of everybody. Whatever happened tomorrow, we did great.
That's right. And go home and get a good night's sleep like everybody else, and come in tomorrow and lay it all out on the line and see how it goes. All right. Well, one last shout out, everybody. The name of your team on 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go, there you go. Luis Vano scored the goal in the first half for the Diamond Bar Walnut Valley Xtreme, and that goal held up for the entire match. A good 70 minutes of hot action, and it was probably more than that with all the injury time. We hope you enjoyed every single minute of it, and we congratulate again the Aztecs Football Club United from San Diego for getting to the semifinal, and we wish the best in winning the championship to the Diamond Bar Walnut Valley Xtreme. I'm Greg Porter for George Landerman Video Sports Productions saying take care of yourself, God bless, and save this one on the hard drive.